Good morning. My name is Veronica Bjorhus, and I'm teaching a lesson about area today to third grade students who have not been exposed to area yet. They will be able to explain what area is and find area using square units by the end of this lesson. Thank you for your time. Right, today we're going to be learning something new, and when we learn something new, we always read our learning target. Point in the room if you know where the learning target is. Well, look at there, we've probably done that a few times. So, I'm going to pick someone to read our learning target. Kylie, would you read our learning target? Find area using square units. Good. And we know we can do this when we can. Go ahead, Timber.
When we can explain area, use square units to find area.
That's right. So I know that you know a few things about shapes, like perimeter. Who can tell me what perimeter is? Ooh, look at those hands all up. Lane, what's perimeter?
It means something on the outside of the shape, numbers on the outside of the shapes.
Oh.
Add them up.
Okay, so you take the numbers on the outside of the shapes and add them up, which tells me what? Tyson?
How many feet or inches per centimeter goes around?
Okay, how many units are on the outside of the shape? So area is what we're going to talk about today, and area is just a little bit different than that, okay? Area is how much space is on the inside of the shape, okay? So like our whiteboard over here, perimeter would be the outside of the shape, but area is how much space it takes up, okay? So what are some things that I might need to know the area of if I'm going to do them? Right back there. Bulletin boards. If I'm going to put paper on a bulletin board, I need to know how much I need. Tyson?
Rulers.
Rulers? I don't know if I need to know the area of a ruler. Lane?
When you need to build something.
When I'm building something, right? I need to know how much materials I need. What else, Isaac?
Knows how big the shades are.
Okay, so I need to know how much surface area is covered by my window blinds.
The circle of the block.
Okay, the circle of the clock. So why would I need to know the area of that? To know how much space it's going to cover on the wall, maybe? Okay, something else, Pace? The wall. And why would I need to know the surface area of a whole wall?
To build it.
To build it? Or to do this on it? What do you think?
Paint.
Paint it, Priscilla. You shouted out though, okay? Okay. So, to paint. If we're going to paint, we need to know how much paint to buy. It tells us on the can how much surface area that paint is going to cover. How about this fuzzy stuff that's on the floor in your house? The carpet. So when we have carpet, and we're going to lay it on a big floor, we need to know how much to buy. And then measure that by finding the area, or the square units. Now there's another thing. Take a look down at the floor in this room. Take a look down at the floor. Tell me what you're noticing about the floor in this room. Raise your hand. Hope?
It doesn't have carpet.
It doesn't have carpet, that's right.
It's very dirty.
It's fairly dirty. I love that. Isaac?
It has tiles.
It has tiles. We're getting warmer. Kylie?
The squares are all the same shape.
Okay, the squares are all the same shape. Kylie's got it. Area is measured in square units. And when you look down at the floor, everybody take a look again, you can see that there are squares on the floor. Now, these are approximately 12 inches square, so these would be feet squared, or units squared. I know you guys understand that because Tyson was talking about inches squared and centimeters squared and feet squared, okay, earlier. So when we're measuring area, it's by square units. Okay, let's have an example. Are you guys ready for an example?
Yeah.
Yes. All right, so here's my first example. There, ooh, we need the autofocus. Oh, there it is. And zoom in. Okay, and I'm going to use, believe it or not, square tiles, okay? Because square units, right? So I'm going to make this over. And we're going to put them on here, fill in the shape. Oh no, they mismatch. It's all good. All right, so now I have this shape filled in, and I can see that it's how many square units?
6.
6, okay. 6 square units. Now I can write square units using the whole word, square units, okay? Or I can write 6 and I can abbreviate with the X, an S and a Q, and then write units. Or I can do 6 units squared. Now, that little 2 you notice is not down in line with the letters, but it's raised up just a little bit, okay? So if you're going to use that one, you need to make sure that it's raised up, and you say it squared. Okay, anytime there's a little 2, it's units squared, okay? All right, let's go on to another. Does anybody else notice anything else about this one? Tyson? The colors are different. How many tall is it? It's 6 total. How many tall? Kylie? 2. 2 tall. And how many wide? 3. So this is a 2 by 3 shape. 2 by 3. Okay. Have another one. This is going to take me just a bit. Everyone's going to get 4 shapes per group of 2 at your table group. You're going to use your table partner. You're going to have a record sheet. Okay? So you're going to fill in and explore with your shapes. Everyone's going to get squares. You fill in your shapes and you record your square units. So material getters, please go quickly and quietly and grab your materials. You need a bag and all the blue papers underneath. Okay, now there's enough for 2 groups, I think, so how are we going to deal with that? There you go. told me that he counted by fours to find his square units. So think about that as you're going. It's how is this going to be easier than counting each individual square? Okay, go ahead and get back to work. Do this if you disagree. Oh, everybody's agreeing. Okay, so shape B. Let's check this one out. Timber?
22 units.
22.
Oh, it's 21.
21.
Yeah, it was 21.
Did you just read it incorrectly? That happens. Okay, so this if you disagree, straight up if you agree. 21, she's correct. I didn't put shape B up here, did I? There's shape B. All right, are you ready? Shape C. Shape C. Oh, it takes up more of our space. Oh?
30 square units.
30 square units. Okay, again, disagree. Okay? While you were doing this, I was walking around and making observations. And I think some of my groups may have found a quicker, easier way to do this. So if you found that quicker, easier way, let's talk about that. Right here. Oh, times like multiplication. Can you tell us what you did? Okay, so on shape C, which is this one, you counted them and counted them, and then you times it. So you multiplied. So that's kind of like your multiplication arrays that you learned earlier. That is awesome. And what did you do?
Sometimes me and my partner looked at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then we counted by sixes down there.
Okay, so yeah, counting by sixes is similar to multiplying, but still quicker than counting each individual one. Kylie?
We counted by threes.
Okay, you counted by threes. Beginning parts of multiplication again. So if we look at these shapes and we know how wide they are and how tall they are, and we multiply those two numbers together, we get the area, correct? All right, so I want to hear from you if you learned something new today. So if you learned something new today that you didn't know before, raise your hand. I'm only going to get to hear from 3 of you. Adam. Okay, you learned about square units. You didn't know that units could be squared. Madison?
I realized that square units are as hard as you see.
It's not as hard as you thought it was. When I said area, you were thinking, whoa, that's